Okay.
Oh, I need some.
Cause I've got it on my remarkable, so
Oh,
got both.
Then did you send Rod a text or?
He gave me his email. Where do I put that at?
Yep, so under Zoom here.
it should be going on.
So that's the same thing. Yeah, invite.
She told. She said, "Do you know this girl?" I said, "Well, yes, I did." She said, "I just really like her." I said, "Well, you got good taste, Mom." She's so fun.
Full week next week.
I mean, I figured it out after.
And
Right.
Gotta be.
Boston can be gone.
Right?
And Thursday is gonna be gone. Not good.
And then just snooping in her backyard.
You know, well, you go ahead and snoop all the way you want. Yeah, she's so fun.
She's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her.
It's like, I asked her if she knew all the kids. I said, "Yep."
So that just, we are live now
Okay.
for that, so.
Okay.
Just minimize that for now.
Rod to come in?
Yep, then wait for
Will this
Rod.
be?
That one won't come in, but you'll see another one
You'll see
coming
it.
because
Okay.
he's dialing. It'll be from his phone number.
Okay.
And then you click admit and then he'll be in.
Okay, so good. We're good then.
Okay, I'll let him know to check his email. Thank you guys for,
Oh.
Maddie's a newbie at this, so. And we started this like 20 minutes ago.
I'm sure it worked perfect yesterday too.
Sent the email to the wrong, or the invite to the wrong email address.
Oh, it's rod.zorn@yahoo.
Oh, okay.
We'll get there.
Oops.
Not just Zorn.
Invite and then Gmail. Yep,
Look at you watching her.
I got to remote it in.
Rod.Zorn
Yes,
at Yahoo.
yes.
There we
We
go.
fooled around long enough till I get it going.
Got the first part. Rod dot.
He's so excited.
Okay. I will send to him. There he is.
Did you admit him?
Yep. Oh, there we go.
Good morning, Rod.
1,000, 2,000. Okay.
Good morning, Rod.
Can you hear me?
Yes, there you are.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we got everybody here, so let's get this going. I'm going to call this meeting to order. It is July 6th at 9:39 a.m. Let's all please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
Flag, United States.
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call, Rod.
Here by Zoom.
Okay, Scott,
Here.
Josh, Lauren,
Here.
and Stephanie is here. Can I get approval for the agenda? Any additions or corrections?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Josh to approve the agenda, second.
Second by me.
Second by Scott. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Right now, we have the floor open for the public comment. Did we have anybody here for the open comment on the floor? Nope, we can move on. All right, please review the minutes, and when you're done reviewing, I'd be looking for a motion to approve them.
I'll make a motion to approve minutes as presented.
Motion by Scott, can I get a second?
Second.
Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Bar none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. All right, let's take a look at the bills. All right, Maddie, you got anything for us on the bills?
I do not.
Okay. You guys see anything you have to question on this, on the current bills?
I see the road signs came in, Wade.
Yes, they did.
Okay. Okay.
The direct brackets we're with,
Okay.
or the brackets that we fit on
Okay.
the Feldspar post.
So I see it in the $4,000. Perfect. I'll make a motion to approve the bills as presented.
Motion by Scott to approve the bills as presented. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Barring none, we'll do roll call. Rod,
Aye.
Scott,
Aye.
Josh,
Aye.
Lauren. Stephanie votes aye, motion carried. Wayne, come on down. You're the next on our
You're next.
agenda. I won't even make you stand.
So Paul can read his email.
Yeah, sure. So the piling for Pier 2 on the bridge, the Decker Bridge, overran. It's about 175 feet each and plan was 110. There's, water bearing sands from all the way down to 110 feet and continuing below it apparently. It's at the edge of an aquifer, so that's happens quite a bit, but it's covered by the spec and it's also still covered by the grant. So it should be 100% state funded still. They may ask for a time extension just for the time it takes to drive the rest of the pile. And I'm guessing that the other substructures are going to be the same way. So the current contract completion date is 10/3, but like I said, they would be justified in requesting a time extension. And then for any pile overruns, they get a premium of 10% of their bid price for anything over the planned quantities. So that covers the cost part of it. So not too surprising that happened. We thought maybe because there was about 30 feet of clay in the soil borings on both sides of the river, we thought that was going to be enough to develop a plug in the H pile as it's driving to get some more end bearing, but that's the water bearing sands below that must have stripped that off as it went down. So
How deep
But
do you go?
175 about each. The plan was 110. So I mean it's not, they had to run and get some more pile, but that's then the coffer dam flooded, so they're pumping that out now. So they're tying rebar for Pier 2, and then hopefully by the end of the week they'll be pouring that. But as far, I don't think there's any. They'll probably finish by the completion date anyway, with their current schedule. But they would be, like I said, they would be justified in requesting a time extension.
Is there more water coming through the river now? Are they pumping out of?
They're pumping out of the
out of
sheet
the
pile
lake?
coffer
No,
dam.
I mean, the lake.
Oh, Devil's Lake?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, their pumps are
quite a
on.
bit of water in the river.
Yeah. But I mean, that's not what's causing the coffer dam
Oh.
to fail. It was coming up from underneath, I guess.
Okay, well, before I got this letter from Emergency Services about our agreement between the state of North Dakota and the Emergency Services for state radio to handle our 911 calls. And this is Mackenzie's. But I got the email and I gave it to her, but being I'm here, I could speak on it a little bit.
Sure, for you, that'd be great. Thank you.
So, looks like the same fee is gonna be charged. $1.59 per line is what we agreed to in the last 3 years, I believe it was. And they didn't go up, so it's still $1.59 per line. For having state radio handle our 911 calls. So I think, I don't know if the document's here to sign or,
Yep, I see it on, it was scanned in. I see
Yeah.
that.
yep.
So with that,
Stephanie signs bottom,
okay, so we're looking for a motion to accept the
yes.
new 911 agreement.
Oh. Memorandum of agreement between the state of North Dakota and Emergency Services.
Do you see anything wrong with the agreement or no?
Pardon?
Do you see anything wrong with the agreement or do you think?
It's the same agreement as we signed before, except the new one is for, from 27, I think, till 29.
Okay, yeah. I'll make that motion then.
Motion by Josh. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Rod. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? And the timeline, it's $1.59 per line effective July 1st, 2027 through June 30, 2029. So we'll be back here again in a couple of years to renew the new one. Barring none, favor signify by saying aye.
I,
Opposed, same sign.
A little update I can give on the Garrison diversion. They have gravelled, I think, just about every road that they're gonna use for hauling. Completed it last week, I believe. They aren't really hauling much yet, except they're hauling some equipment in that they're gonna be boring underneath the Ball Creek, and I think there's a couple other small ones they're gonna bore through, so I think they said they're gonna start that probably this week. They gotta dig down, I can't remember how many feet they're digging down, and they're going straight through. They got this boring machine that goes on rails, and it center of it goes around and around. There's some plates that open up and the dirt goes through
Yeah.
onto a conveyor belt, and the conveyor augers the dirt back out of the trench.
Sounds like a fun boring
Amazing.
machine to me.
I'm gonna go watch. So I think that's all I have, other than we had a blade, our fourth blade went up on the Jesse Road, we call it, County Road 13, and this morning there was a hole in the road, middle of the road. There's been a concrete culvert there that's put in sections, like 6 foot long sections, and they separate over time. Probably gonna replace the whole thing because it's happened several times before. We put fabric over the top of it about 15 years ago or 20 on the ends because they dropped down. So
Are the sections good?
sections were good, but you know, when they built it, they should have put a strap across the top with hooks and
Well,
a mechanism to tighten it up so that they
but we did it
drop. It's
the
not
one
very-
time, we kind of covered it up and then we put low grade concrete to fill the
Oh,
holes.
yeah, on the end. Yep.
No, down the hole where it
Down
was
the hole.
separated. If you can cover the separation and then put, well, like 3 bags sand cement in there. You wouldn't have to dig the whole thing out.
Yeah, we're not gonna dig it out. They're just filling in the hole where it is.
Well, no, but I mean, it would be pretty permanent. We did that a few times on the highway where it keeps, if you don't do that, it keeps sifting down inside the water, keeps going in. The water flowing through it washes it out. You
Which
gotta
is kind of amazing because there hasn't been a lot of water running through it this
Yeah,
this
well,
year, it's gonna dry it up.
it just kind of comes with the rain and whatever.
Is that one old enough that doesn't have the ties on the side? But
There wasn't any ties on it when we opened it up more last time. There's holes where you're supposed to have these rebar hooks into it, but they're not there, so.
Well, if you just I don't mean to sound, but if you just keep putting gravel into it, it kind of keeps going down. So,
yeah,
unless you fix it more permanent.
That's what we would do.
Is that the same type of culvert at my place down?
Yeah, yeah.
Are they those, what are they, like a section piece that's got a couple
I
different?
think they're 6-foot sections and they have a lip that go inside the other one. But
They open up.
over time, they open up.
Yeah.
Ground shifts and pulls them apart type of deal.
Yeah, freezing and thawing and
Mhm.
just the traffic, there's been a lot of semis and stuff going over roads nowadays compared to the Model A's.
well, it's like,
Back when you first started, is that
Yeah,
what you're
when I
saying?
I was thinking that, but I.
1807.
the last 25 years or so, they've had holes cast in them and so they have those big ties that you can tighten them up
Mhm.
when you install them. So we've had some where you can drill those in after, but it's kind of a pain to do.
Yeah, but then you gotta open up the road to put them in.
Yeah, you'd have to open up the whole road to do it.
And then once you do that, you're gonna have a bump there for the next 5 years. I mean,
Yeah.
when you separate different soils.
Yeah,
Right.
we pretty well gone to coated metal pipes but they only have joints in the bands. And they last just about as long as concrete and they're cheaper.
Is it a round culvert?
Wrong, yeah.
Have you thought about just maybe stuffing a metal pipe in it?
Yeah.
Taking a metal
Yeah,
culvert. just
You gotta
pushing
get it sealed good, so.
Well,
it doesn't start
I just mean,
running around.
there might be an option rather than opening up the whole road and
You
putting.
can get those guys to come in with that fiberglass or whatever it is, liner that they blow up inside, but it's
Yeah, that's expensive.
very
Yeah.
expensive.
That's expensive. If there's a way you can do it with our county.
Yeah,
uh,
I was just thinking about before I retire in
Get
December.
it fixed.
I would take it out and put a 1-piece steel culvert in there. That way it'd be done.
That's what we did at my place, correct, down there? That's a whole big one, yeah.
As many sections, but.
Yeah.
Cause it's too short, for one thing, it's too short. You can't put extensions on because it's an old concrete culvert. Lips are probably damaged, but.
What,
So anyway. Took up money in the budget for a culvert, so we'll probably do that.
Good.
I think that's it. I'm sure when I sit down, I'll think of something, but.
Oh, and one other, did we do any survey on, the roads down there for the elevations
Um,
on for
Garrison?
the Garrison?
yeah, I've got a,
Oh, yeah. The preliminary.
yeah, I got one of those sticks that have got all the information on there, the road width and the
No.
depth.
Yep.
and,
Yeah, that's all. Just curious.
For my file.
Yep.
Down there, so.
Uh,
One more thing.
I think you'd already let them know that we didn't get those HSIP grants for
Right, I
for
let 'em
Red
know,
Willow
yeah.
and
Well, you did get the
W8.
grants for Red Willow.
I was gonna ask you, Paul, do you have any idea when we should start planning that, to get contractor, engineer and stuff for next
The-
year? Because the work will be done next year in 27, so.
Yeah, if we could shoot for that, that one can be, since we only got the special road fund grant, the SRF funds.
Yeah.
That's reimbursement based, so we can just bid that locally, but we'd probably post it on Quest CDN. Online, and all the contractors see it there, since it won't be bid through the DOT. And then once you get the bills from the contractor, you'll submit for reimbursement for the $500,000 grant.
What are we doing? So since things changed, are we still gonna widen it out and everything else, or are we just gonna grind it down and just repave it?
The grant just, I mean, what was submitted for was just grinding it down and
Okay.
repaving it.
'Cause I know you
We'll
guys
push
talk-
some of the buildings out on the shoulder to
Okay.
make room for the asphalt to go on top, but it wouldn't be widening out.
Okay, cause I know you guys were kind of mentioning that, whether, you know. how
Yeah,
far
it'd be
you-
nice to have shoulders on it. That's what we submitted the safety grant for. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
okay.
the kind of work that
We
program
didn't
is
get
for,
that.
but it was just yeah, it was too expensive for that program, I guess, is
Okay.
what they told us again, even though we cut the cost quite a bit from the last application. The same one, County 8, it was the same response.
We'll probably do the same thing, maybe cut that down and beef it up and all that, or what are we gonna do for that then? Or are you guys still trying to ponder that one and figure that one out?
I don't know,
No, I think if we just fixed that west section, made it safe. Instead of just down like that,
Mm-hmm.
you could probably get by with paving over the top, those two sections,
And then keeping the speed limit the same, so that would
cut the price down quite a bit, I think,
I mean, you could just build it out with rock and,
yeah,
Well, there's enough width there to pave it.
there is.
We're now,
there is, you only got like 6 inches of gravel on it, but it's been holding up well. And you still have the existing pavement below that for strength, so I mean, you'd probably get by with some temporary paving on that, but I would say it's gonna be you're probably not gonna get a 20-year lifespan like you would out of a full pavement section.
well, if we got 5 years, I would be out of here anyhow, so would Wayne,
I know Wayne's counting months
I'm
now.
counting months.
so.
Yeah,
No, I just mean,
I'd rather do something a little bit more permanent versus quick fix. And
well,
Yeah.
I don't know.
sometimes you get it to last, but
no, but I mean, I get, you know,
If you
I
got,
don't want to do a 5-year fix. I
if
mean,
you got,
1-year fix
if
is
you,
good.
if you got 4 inches of asphalt on there, that road is pretty solid the way it is. You had 4 inches of asphalt on there. I'm not gonna say you're gonna, anytime you're getting all this truck traffic on these county roads, these semis and big grain carts. Nothing is permanent, so it doesn't matter.
On that subject, is there that much traffic, heavy duty traffic on that road? Is there still semis on that road?
Quite a
lot?
bit going. to
There is
Finley.
that, okay,
Finley or Hannaford.
okay,
Finley.
got it, thank you.
I get nothing.
And they
permanent.
don't
I
care if they overload those trucks either, that's,
I just don't want a cheap van.
well, I think
No, I don't.
if he put 4 inches, it wouldn't be band-aid, it would be semi-permanent.
well, the other option, I guess, might be to put a local match, like 20%, and then put it in for the flex fund
Thank
in the next round here. To
Yeah.
actually fix it, widen it.
I think we should try that
I think-
first. And
I think all the ones that got funded this round, local match seemed to be the deciding factor, that just, there's so many applications that
Mhm.
came in and limited funding, so that made those rise to the top. I mean, it might have been just a little bit above the top, but there's a difference between getting funded and not.
Well, I think it's pretty, I don't think we can sit and wait and say we're gonna do it another 10 years or whatever.
Sure.
I think from my area of the county, I think it's pretty obvious that they want something done.
Yeah, well, and if you could get Foster County to partner with us on it, to.
Well, we only need to do our section.
Well, I'm just saying that that was one of the factors that helped with the rankings of the projects, was multi-agency coordination. So that might help your chances, but it would make the project cost a lot more too, so I don't know.
Well, I'm not too much in favor of that. I think we ought to worry about our county and our section. I mean,
Yeah,
that would be a priority, I think, for us as county commissioners.
sure.
And especially the people around Benford that are with the school district and whatnot, I think. If we can get something done there, I think we need to kind of push for it.
Yeah, there's still prairie dog money to be available,
Yep.
so. Just have to prioritize what you're gonna do, and if that's one of them, because there's so many roads that are getting so many depressed cracks that go bump, bump, bump.
Yeah,
There's some major stuff needs to be done. Mill it off, at least mill it off
yeah.
and
Well,
redo the surface.
there's,
Hannaford Road, the County Road 8, even on 19, it's got some spots, but not too bad.
for the minor ones, that gap mastic seems to work really well.
I had a call or an email from,
Bargain
Fine,
Incorporated. Or,
I said, we don't really have money with the $30,000. I don't know how far that would go.
well, I think you could use your prairie dog for that too, or,
Yeah,
or the House Bill 1505. If that's not gone yet.
we talked about it for the first year.
Oh, look at you. Uh-huh. It's gonna be like this the next 6 months, isn't it?
No,
We're just gonna make that the first of the year.
I'm gonna try to do the best I can for the last 5 months.
You're wonderful. We might have to, this is of course not part of it, but we have to start advertising for a
Yeah,
replacement so they can be in here for a few months to get some Wayne knowledge before you leave. Pass your knowledge off. Yeah,
But you said it was just about 50 years worth there, right?
it'll
49
be 50
maybe.
years next March 21st.
I hope
50?
he has To stay until March to make 50.
seriously, 50 glorious years. You do know I'm only 52.
Twinkle in your, oh,
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Wayne. That's amazing. That is wonderful.
Oh, we're gonna have to have a heck of a retirement party for you.
Yeah,
thanks. Hopefully we get somebody good that,
yeah, we might have to start looking sooner than later because you start advertising, it takes a while and more than 2 weeks is never enough for orientation.
Right.
Sometimes not even a month is because there's so many things that happen that you don't do during, all the time.
Well, not only that, you got seasonal shifts in between. That doesn't help either.
Right.
So, cause he could come work for us for 2 months and then you get a seasonal shift, got another problem there too. Creates a whole nother situation that he's gonna have to learn.
Mhm. And the good thing is, your employees the longevity of your current staff are great. Yeah,
yeah, there's several of them that are gonna retire, I think, next year.
yeah. Maybe a little jealous.
That might be something to think about for your budgeting purposes too.
Yeah,
Right.
I think Jim started here in 82, I believe,
And he's also retiring?
Yeah.
Good for Jim.
next June, I think, or something like that. And then Gary started in 85, I think.
Does he have a retirement date
Could
expected?
be.
Could be anytime.
Could be the day after I go. It
Could be January 1st.
Yeah. But I think they'll stay through the winter anyway. Because big special people to do the plowing and stuff, so,
Yes.
Yeah.
Agree.
but
Well, thank you, guys.
End up in the
All
hospital.
right, thanks.
yeah, Brian Pfeiffer ended up in the hospital with sciatic,
Back.
back. Emergency room, I guess.
Yeah, I heard that.
Friday, I think, or something.
Ooh.
So,
I was so excited to get to Wayne that I forgot to ask everybody to review the monthly ops reports. So be sure to take a review on that. Do you have any questions? There was only one report I saw. Let me know. Otherwise, we will move forward. I see that.
She's right.
There she is.
Yeah.
Oh, you can sneak in for us, Danny.
Sure can.
Did anybody have any questions on the ops reports? Okay, we'll move on to Danny.
Yeah, so this month wasn't quite as busy as far as calls for service as last month. We had some vacations and things in there for people. So, yeah, 202 this month. I mean, versus last month, 234. Cooperstown again was our biggest area of calls with 106. The one on there that says 12, that just didn't have a town assigned to it yet. Someone just didn't finish up with their calls for service, but it's still logged in there. Binford at 5. Out in the county, 71, and then Hanford had 7, and then we did get 1 call down to Sutton.
Well, lucky Sutton.
So, yeah,
Is that Benford? That's all?
yep, 5 for, and that's just calls into the Benford. We're in Benford a lot more than that. But when we get called there and have to do stuff.
How's that? Have you guys looked into that grant and everything then and applied for that?
I know it was open. I don't know a whole bunch about it. That's
Okay.
all Amber.
Okay.
She was
I
open.
just
She was
didn't know
working
if
on
you had
getting
any
applied
knowledge
for
on
it.
that or not, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I finished the financial side for it to help out with the grant. I gave her the numbers that she needed for it, so she was gonna submit it.
Okay.
I'm not sure when, but I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah. Yeah. So are we.
Well, that's why I asked, because you guys are, I know you're running your tails off. And the sooner we get somebody, the better.
Yeah, and I mean, even the numbers this month reflect, 1 person takes vacation, we're covering what then we're doing on call time, so then they're losing out on, potential calls for service and getting out there more too. Yeah, we're really working on July 18th. We've got our golf tournament, so we're working on finalizing some details with that. Amber's gonna get back and she's gonna be really taking charge and getting some stuff finalized there. Yeah, we've got Cooper Days this weekend. We'll be working some security for that too. And then after that, we've got the PBR in Binford. We'll be doing stuff over there. And then we've got Hannaford Days after that. So this is gonna be our busy month for sure. Yeah. And then we've also still, we've still got our missing person too, Darren Doll. So if anyone has any information, please contact our office.
I know a couple people went down the river looking on spots that you guys couldn't reach. I heard about that. So at least I heard you guys are trying, which is a big deal. So.
Yeah. Yep. So, any other questions?
I don't have any. Keep up the good work. I appreciate all you guys so much.
Thank you. Yeah, and Amber will be back on Wednesday.
Thank goodness.
Face again. All right, guys. See you later.
Thank you.
All right, now let's move on to the Cooperstown Park Board, pool project and health jurisdictions. Do you have a PowerPoint for us, Bryce? Oh, I appreciate a good PowerPoint. I have 2 chairs. If you guys want to stand, I can pull more chairs around. What do you guys want to do?
Just kind of huddle around here. So I'm Bryce Trosted. I'm president of the Cooperstown Park Board. We're just kind of coming before you today to lay out a potential project we have coming up. It doesn't necessarily directly involve you. We just want you as community leaders to be aware of what's potentially going on. If you go to the next slide, Maddie. So we're looking to build an aquatic facility to serve the recreational needs of our community. This is a model of what we're potentially looking at. It's actually Lemoore's pool. And we're looking to put it down where one of the baseball fields is.
Is it going to replace one of the baseball fields or down by it?
It'll be near it. Potentially the site is still being worked out. We have geotechs coming to do soil samples and to figure out the best location for the pool. We're discussing, if we do put it on a field, potentially relocating that field, so we would still have 2 fields.
2 fields.
Yep. So our previous pool did serve our community for nearly 50 years. It was built in, I believe it was 76. It was costing us a lot of money to maintain. We were having trouble finding lifeguards. We were losing water every day in that pool, so having to fill it and heat it, and that was costing a lot of money. We were approached by the school to purchase that space for a potential project of theirs. And so we took that opportunity to sell our defunct pool and use it as an opportunity to build a more modern, efficient facility for the generations to come.
I worked 5 years at that pool.
A lot of people have. Maddie did, and I know Megan and Chris.
My sister, my brother, myself,
Yep.
my daughter, we all worked at that pool.
I worked there too.
You worked there too?
So in 2023, the opportunity to sell the pool came about. We did take that. In 2024, we had some community surveys and a public meeting, and I know Steph, you were part of that.
Mhm.
In 2025, we were partnering with Interstate Engineering to come up with some potential design concepts and also a capital campaign support manager. Right now, we're having meetings and discussions with Walhalla, Lemoore, and Gwinner. We'll get more into this, but Walhalla is breaking ground on a pool, and Lemoore and Gwinner just opened theirs with the same design that we're kind of looking into. So
What did you get for the old pool?
it was $26,000.
Okay.
The demolition costs, the demolition costs at the school soon were much higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris is going to talk about the
Yeah, I can.
proposed.
So the proposed facility is very similar to what we had before. It's an L-shaped pool, it's 5,200 square feet. Biggest difference, it'll have 0 entry depth. It just makes it a little more friendly for younger kids. Anyone that doesn't need a ladder, essentially. There's also going to be a separate splash pad. That's that picture on the bottom right there. The idea with that is then it can run independently. You can, push a button, the water features turn on. You don't need staff there or anything, and it can run whenever. It also would include a 9-foot section for diving and other water safety instruction and other water features like a slide. And depending on how much we get, they said they can put in I forget the footings or whatever, the pipe
And
plumbing for it. So if we do add more, there's room for it. It'll include a new bathhouse and a mechanical building as well. The biggest difference between this pool design and the other one is that it's going to be more energy efficient, especially with the filtration system and the pumping system. Previously we had a sand filter, and from my understanding, when they took it out, the whole bottom was rusted out. It's probably going to need to be replaced, and this one's going to have cartridges that need to be, he can take them off, rinse them off. What is it? Yeah, 3 filters need 1 hour maintenance twice a year versus the other one, they last like 3 to 4 years and you have to replace every 2 years and just higher maintenance cost. The guy that we're working with, he's designed these pools specifically to run in North Dakota winters. So you can click to the next slide. Why this plan? Like I said, it's been successful other places. We're currently talking to Lemoore, Gwinner, and Walhalla, but the person we're working with, he has mentioned several other facilities that he has worked on. It's a big money saver too. We are kind of acting as the general coordinators, which is saving us potentially like $1 million versus if we were going through another place, be a little bit more. And again, it's proven model for small North Dakota communities. Let's see. Dan, the guy we're working with, he knows anything and everything about pools. He is very knowledgeable.
Dan the pool man?
Dan the pool man, and he is retired too, so he is just doing this. He's not charging us anything. That's saving us money there as well. His passion is getting small town show pools. So he's really been great to work with. And we've checked in with other communities that have worked with him, and they all have nothing but good things to say about Dan.
That's great when you have somebody with knowledge.
Yeah, into like some of the stuff too, like if we work the more local help that we can get to, the cost will be cheaper as well. So, but I have other people that'll.
So yeah, getting into cost. When we initially started working with Interstate Engineering, we have been working with them for a long time, and their proposal was $5 million for a pool, which is that's a lot of money. And that's a really daunting number. But then when Dan came into the picture, like Carissa said, his goal is to get small communities pools and to get that back and to get them working efficiently. So our costs during each summer to run it is lower. And so his estimated cost is 1.7 to 2.3 million. About the 2.3 is what Lemoore ended up getting into for their cost. And I think the 1.7 is Walhalla's, closer to Walhalla's number. They're building their bathhouses and mechanical rooms a little bit differently. And so that's the kind of leeway in costs. But Chris and I met with the municipal a couple weeks ago, and they fronted us 25,000 to kind of help get our like Cooper Days fundraising campaign going, which is amazing and so kind. And then we also applied for the Garrison Diversion Grant. They're on pause a little bit right now of what they're doing, and so hopefully we will hear from them later to move forward with that.
And then in the future, the big grant is the Land and Water Conservation Fund. It's that 50% matching grant. So we front the money, then we get reimbursed. As with all grants, there's lots of rules about when you can do groundbreaking, and you guys live in that world too. The site must stay public recreation forever, and any converted site has to be replaced. So our previous pool in 1974, the dollar amount is up there. Land and Water Conservation Funds were used, so that was 0.5 acres. So before we can apply for that, we have to replace 0.5 acres. Interestingly, there is land at the baseball field that the park board doesn't own, the city owns. And so we're hoping that we could work with transferring that ownership to the park board, and then we would have that 0.5 acres to apply for this grant. And then it would be in recreation for perpetuity. But that's, I think, something that we want everyone to be aware of. If you hear that the park board is requesting land for the pool project, it's not because we want to find other land elsewhere in town. It's just because we need more land in our name to qualify for this grant. And then the USDA Rural Development Fund, this was used by Lemoore, and they have combinations of funding available to low interest loans, which is what Lemoore used. They can do partial grants, and we qualify for a lot of those because of our income and population being rural. And then you can do loan grant combinations. And so we want to be really cognizant that when the pool is built, that's our starting line. We have to make sure that we can fund it, that it's working, that it's efficient, that we don't end up asking this community for funds just to maintain the pool. We want to make sure we have an efficient, well-funded, long-term plan to keep this viable for our community.
Great.
So as we bridge where we're at, what's the funding plan? What's the vision for the projects that we do have? We've seen it. We have had Interstate come in and give us some guidance and some design, as well as the builder of the Walhalla pool and Lemoore pool. So what's next for us in our project here in Cooperstown? July 8th or 9th is when we're going to be bringing in the geotech to do borings out at the baseball field. And then our plan is to July 15th, we'll tour Lemoore's facility, which just opened recently. And then the overall plan is by August 1st to open it up for bids for a pool builder to help design our vision. Upcoming things that need to happen. Otter Tail's already done public locates at the area. We'll meet with the city to do private locates of that facility, put out bids for buildings, and then attend today's meeting, the county commission meeting, as well as the city this evening.
Oh, good.
So then next is just a call for support from the public. So what do we need support in? We need support in fundraising. If there are any county funds available that would be applicable that you guys are aware of, it'd be great to know of those. We have been scouring the internet and working with Interstate Marketing to try to find us so that this is affordable and something that we can accomplish in the near future. Lauren already talked about assist with securing the property. That's what we'll be presenting tonight as well to the city. And then partnership, one of the things brought to our attention by being the construction managers or coordinators, we've had to become aware of different public health codes and things like that. So that's something that would be interesting to know is international building codes. What does our county use? What does our city use? That would help guide our pool inspections that are done by Grand Forks Public Health.
What happened to your computer?
Turned off.
Then we stand ready for questions. We put a couple of frequently asked questions in there. I'm kind of anticipating any questions you had, but if there's other questions, maybe.
Question number one is, how is it compared to the old pool size wise?
Similar, like I think square footage, he said it was the same.
Okay.
Or gallons wise, or right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I said it was the same, just like configured training. So
not as deep.
Not as deep.
Right, because that was a 12 foot.
Yeah,
This would be 9.
Yeah.
But in terms of running the pool efficiently.
It's gonna, yes.
It's gonna, by keeping it the 9 foot depth and
Okay.
not having a diving board, that helps with insurance costs.
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
And also with the efficiency of the filters and the pumps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interestingly, and this is, you just jump in, this is where I'm an English teacher turned principal, not an engineer. But the pool's built for North Dakota winters, meaning he doesn't drain it. We don't drain it during
Oh,
winter.
right.
It stays filled so that the walls don't ever shift. And then the liner is a steel framed liner that can flex and move, and there's only cement at 8 foot and deeper.
At the bottom.
Oh.
So one of the issues we have with the old pool was solid concrete.
Yep.
It was cracking, leaking
Yep.
water. The liner would prevent from
Hmm.
the leaking water, and then we don't have concrete all around. As long as you keep water in it, it should stabilize the sites.
Are you guys going all the way in the ground or like halfway and then building it up around it so it's higher?
That's where the geotech borings
Because
are.
you
gonna
might
be
run into a
very
water
helpful.
table that's pretty high down there, depends on where you build.
He said one of those pools, I can't remember which one, they had to go up like at least 21 inches.
Mhm.
So they've experienced that before.
That would,
Yeah.
because I'm pretty sure the water table's high down there.
Mhm.
How are you guys doing the sewer? You have to put a lift station in or can you, because that's the problem over in that corner, there's no sewer. To get it to the sewer is a problem. That's where the fair board, we had to run our sewer from that building, our community building there, our exhibit building, we're only 20 inches deep with our sewer. Just to make it work. That's why they can't have water there in the winter.
Mhm.
So that's why I was just wondering, the sewer lines, there should be one, and you'd have to go to the north down the street. But I don't know for elevation wise if you can make it work.
Just in initial conversations, it sounds like to the northeast, that intersection would be the best bet to try to put a lift station and go into the sewer right there. But also knowing that the fairgrounds are having issues with there's a great opportunity to team up together and try to.
Yeah, that's what I was
lasting-
thinking. I mean,
Exactly.
Mhm.
cause our sewer out of the fair, that building goes west and ties in over an intersection on 12th Street. That's where we have to run ours and it's not very deep.
What is that building that's down at on
That's
the
a-
east end? Is that a bathroom?
An old bathroom, but that's out of commission. Because years ago when I worked for the city, you guys decided to take it out of commission because it got vandalized all the time and used for not what it was supposed to, and there was water. I believe there was
Yes,
water there,
there
but
was.
I think the sewer just ran into a pit, and I think you had to pump it.
Yeah.
That's what, if I'm
So-
not mistaken.
That was a septic?
Concrete, outhouse.
Yep,
Mhm.
yep,
Oh,
but I
okay.
mean, is that just gonna get demolished and moved out of there, or what's, you know?
There's, the vision for the whole concept, we've met with Interstate to give us some ideas on what could you do, what could we do with that whole area. So there's some exciting things that we could add in.
Mhm.
Right now, we're just kind of starting with the pool. That's
Yeah.
kind of the main focus, but there's opportunities in that area of Cooperstown. Could those be usable again if instead of flowing the sewage to a pit and having to pump it out, that we could go to a lift station and then go from
That
there?
would be my, if a person could afford it, I would say a lift station and then, and maybe, like you said, even the fair board could go, everybody can get involved and use
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the thing, and then you can push it wherever you need to.
Mhm.
That's one of the questions we get often, where's the pool and why there and why not at the park? And just
Same thing.
to answer the park question, when we had pool builder come and look at the park, he said you would have the smallest pool possible at this city park if you put it here because of your electrical. Because of the codes of having to stay away from electrical lines, so the space left allotted for a pool would be very tiny. And then we also looked at safety parking, maybe great for kids to bike, but
Right.
it's not the ideal space for the type of facility that we want to bring in. But by bringing it to the baseball field, we could have something on the edge of town connected to our fairgrounds that could really work as a complex. And one of our visions was whether you are young or old, you could come to this complex and find something to do.
Mhm.
Walking past where we would love to have a varsity sized baseball field, just have everything possible right there. So that's the full vision, but starts with the pool.
Yep. It's neat because even Aneta, the small town of Aneta is there's grants out there that they're tapping into to completely remodel their park and add pickleball
Yes.
and add outdoor weight stuff, you know, and it's just unique, the wonderful grants that are out there and available.
Yeah.
My only question was, my vision is, how are you going to add another approach to be able to drive down to that area separately rather than having to drive all the way down? Okay, I just wasn't sure because sometimes even driving all the way down to get to the baseball fields, it gets to be kind of hectic, you know, then you have that little turnabout on the end, but so it's like, we're going to completely revamp the whole area.
Just even the parking wise too, with benefit the fair board also, just how can we get the maximum amount of quality parking spaces that aren't flooded spaces? There's safety, because we deal with that all the time with the baseball field, we have little kids running around and our parking there isn't as like designated as it should be. So to have a dedicated parking lot and then to have dedicated green space, that's the vision long term. If we can get grass and trees to grow in all this.
My question would be, are you just here to inform us or are you looking for money?
We're always looking for money.
Well, I don't mean, but the commission is really gonna be budget wise, we're gonna be.
We're looking for money of our own, so.
We're not
not-
looking for money from the
No.
county
No.
commission. We
No.
are just informing you as.
That's
community
that's my
leaders,
question.
You just want our letter of support type of.
Yeah, well, just kind of letting you know what's happening as community leaders. Trying to get the word out of what's happening, more of those.
Oh, that was my question.
And especially ahead of Cooper Days, when you'll hopefully be hearing a lot about the pool and.
But
think
you
it's
come
great.
across county specific, like county specific funds that you can't use for roads and you can't use this, but hey, this is a public opportunity that funds can be used.
Well,
for.
we're
We'd love
gonna-
to hear about it.
Our budget is gonna be pretty tight, so.
I've been looking at different grants around the areas too, so if I find any grants that would work for you guys, I'll let you know.
Well, we've heard too, they said that like for the actual pool, there's less grants than for like above, you know, like buildings, things like that. There's more out there for that kind of stuff.
Other, yeah, because right now Aneta's tapping into some grants, so if you want to get a hold of some people in Aneta to find out, hey, you guys are tapping grants for the outside stuff, I mean, that might help.
So the last question, I guess, is, will it be more efficient to run the new pool with less
Yes.
people?
Yes.
You follow what I'm saying? Yeah.
That was part of the point of having the splash pad, so we don't need lifeguards in the splash pad if there comes a time where we don't have lifeguards or whatever. We can still run the splash pad independently of the pool.
Also, just working with someone who's built pools rurally, just his insight and intel and how it actually works in a small town makes a lot of sense. He understands that you can be restricted in your capacity by the number of lifeguards that you're able to find. And so he was talking about how we can set our capacity and build our bathrooms at a certain size to allot for the sizes that we need on the majority of the days we're open. He said the days that when you're gonna have, 100 kids swimming are gonna be during Cooper Days. It's gonna be during these events. And so you allot for that, but on a normal operating basis, you plan for the number that you're actually going to have, and then you can save money elsewhere by doing that.
Oh, good. Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That was great. Okay. Next on the agenda is the interim auditor. I have a PowerPoint to present if get that one up. Oh, absolutely. Is there 3 of them?
Yep.
Did you don't one each two?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was my computer. Thank you.
Since Maddie's looking it up, I'll pass these around. Thanks, Bryce. You guys are doing great work. There we go. Yeah, pop to page 1. All right, so today, of course, I have another PowerPoint. And I am a standard when I present. We're going to review the auditor and treasurer current position right now. Next slide, please. Okay, so the resignation of our county auditor presents us an opportunity not to simply fill a vacancy, but to evaluate whether our current organizational structure is the best fit for the county of our size. So my purpose today is to not suggest that either the auditor's office or the treasurer's office has been ineffective, but both offices perform essential functions that are critical to the county government. Instead, I believe this is an opportunity, an appropriate time to ask whether those functions could be administered more efficiently under one single elected office. So Griggs County has experienced the same challenges many rural counties have faced: limited staffing, increased reporting requirements, growing technology demands, and difficulty recruiting and retaining qualified employees. So these challenges require us to think differently than we did 20 or 30 years ago. So the benefits of combining the offices is one unified financial management structure with one elected official responsible for the county's finances. Greater cross-training and stability when employees retire, resign, or are absent. And then reduce duplication of administrative processes or reporting. And then a structure that reflects the realities of a smaller county while maintaining transparency and accountability. So ultimately, a responsibility as commissioners is to ensure the county government remains effective, accountable, financially responsible, and capable of serving our citizens for many years to come. So I hope today that we will consider all available options, including the possibility of combining the auditor and treasurer offices before determining what's the best path forward. So right here, currently, the auditor and treasurer's duties, I took this off of the website. The auditor's primary duties is he is the CFO. They take care of the elections officer, their human resources director, the secretary for the commission, and then other duties underneath, inventory of financial assets, handling our insurance for the county, and then binding and storage of official newspaper and take care of licenses. The treasurer's duties are, they are available by the taxpayers, the state agencies, lending institutions, and realty companies, providing easy access for tax and real estate records throughout the year. They also keep track of the property taxes, including delinquencies and foreclosures. They act as an accountant, the financial manager, and the investor for the county. So why merge it? Merge it for efficiency, accountability, and modernization of a small county government. So first off, efficiency. In a small county, separating the financial functions creates duplications rather than separation of the control. So in rural counties like Griggs, both offices are typically a small staff, 1 to 3. We have two in each office currently, the elected official and deputy. And they're heavily dependent on cross-train anyways. So they're doing overlapping of financial work. What improves with merging is one leadership structure instead of 2, fewer administrative handoffs, faster processing of payments, tax settlements, and reporting. Okay, so the reduce of duplication of financial systems. So we're maintaining 2 parallel financial workflows that ultimately feed into the same ledger. So both offices touch the county's financials. The auditor manages the accounting, budget, payroll, warrants. The treasurer manages the receipts, tax collections, bank deposits, cash management. So the merger benefit is one integrated financial system, fewer reconciliation steps, and then less chance of mismatched records. Stronger internal accountability, not weaker. So modern accounting is achieved through process controls and audits, not just by office separation. So the common concern is checks and balances. Who's gonna manage that? So separation of the duties still exists within the staff and the systems, not just the elected titles. So even if the offices are merged, we still continue to have the annual audit performed by an outside auditor. And the internal controls can be separated by whoever does receiving, does the versus who does reconciling. Different person does payroll versus the auditing of it. And then you have a different person do the cash hand than the person doing the reporting. So you just break up the controls between each other. And of course, modernization of the county government structure. The original reason that they separated the office no longer matches with today's financial systems. So the legacy structure of the separate offices comes from when bookkeeping was manual. We don't have manual bookkeeping. We don't deal with cash hardly at all like we used to. And communication was slow. Now we're electronic. We're just a type away to each other. And then offices need strict physical separation. That's no longer required. So questions are, doesn't this reduce the checks and balances? We're going to receive that question I had before. The checks and balances to move forward in the office separation, internal control audits, and the state oversights. So it's like rather than we just do it internally. We still have an annual audit. The state reporting requirements remain unchanged. And then the commission, we still have oversight on it. Next question, are we just eliminating elected positions? We are not. We are consolidating the administrative structure, not reducing public oversight. It still is the elected official. The voters still have, they're still accountable to the voter, and the duties remain the same. They're just unified together. Okay, what happens if we give that one person too much power? Having one person for both offices, the office doesn't eliminate oversight. There are still financial processes, there's still public audits, and the commission will remain in place. It's kind of the same as the control part and the audit, check and balances. What happens to the employees? Okay, positions typically do not disappear. These are reorganized, cross-trained, and reassigned. So we would be distributing between the auditor, the treasurer auditor, and the two deputies, the tasks, cross-training for all three of them to be able to do all three functions, to be able to do check and balances. Okay, as of 2025, there are, of the 53 counties, 15 have already combined their auditor and treasurer office. And then Griggs County's census is 2,245, I received that online off of 2025, off of this report that I pulled this from. And I listed the 15 counties and their, and their sizes. And I think the newest was Nelson County.
Foster did it after Nelson because they got our plan.
Oh, Foster, okay.
I was in Nelson County when Nelson County did it, and Foster got the plan from Nelson. I don't know. I guess I've been in Nelson County. I was in Nelson County when it happened, and there was the auditor left the county, and the treasurer retired, and it was a pretty smooth transition. I think it's a good thing for the county, a good thing for the taxpayers. There was a position eliminated, so the payroll benefits were eliminated. We're in kind of the same crossroads in Griggs County right now, where there's someone that can take the position, and that position wouldn't have to be replaced. I don't think that there's been any complaints about what happened. What the commission did in Nelson County is there's one person that handles the auditor, a deputy that handles the auditor duties, and a deputy that does the treasurer duties. And as far as I know, it's worked really smoothly, and I don't think they received a pile of extra workload. I just think it works.
Everything just got kind of reassigned between everybody, and it still was.
Yeah.
It saved them money in the long run.
Save the money in the long run.
Okay, next slide. Okay. This is not about changing for the sake of change. It's about asking whether the structure that served Griggs County decades ago is still the structure that will best serve our taxpayers in the future. So we owe it to the citizens to evaluate every opportunity to improve efficiency, strength, stability, and ensure responsibility, stewardship of public resources. Next slide. All right, if the merger is approved to move forward today, there's steps we have to take, a formal resolution to adopt the county commission, we have to have a public notice and public hearings. So once we do the public resolution, we have to have hearings, we can hear from the public, their thoughts and processes, and then we'll have to work on restructuring the plan that is developed, but Jamie has worked on stuff on there. Next slide. And I will pass the floor to Jamie because he has information for us.
So I actually cheated too and used the plan that we use in Nelson County. And I think that's probably what most counties have used is this plan. I think it came from the Association of Counties, but it's the preliminary plan, the final plan, and I believe an assessment of both the auditor and the treasurer's office. And with the plan. So like I said, we used it and did it in Nelson County. It was a pretty seamless transition since we had new employees starting, and both offices were vacant actually at the same time. It's something that in Griggs County, it's been spoken about for the last 13 years since I became state's attorney and the recall election. I guess my encouragement to you guys is that this is as transparent and as possible. We hold public meetings at this commission time and in the evening, so people are able to come and speak if they have to work. And look for input from people. There's two ways that this can be done, either through referendum or the commissioners, you guys do the plan as we proposed. And that can also be subject to referendum. So if the voters don't want this to happen, they can petition. And I think they need 10% of the voters at the last presidential election, and they can actually petition, and it can go on a ballot as referendum as well. So there's two ways to do it. The commission to just have the commission move forward with it and allow the people to, if they oppose it, to vote on it, or by referendum. I think it wasn't a referendum back in 2000.
It was voted down.
14, I believe. At the time that either Cindy or Connie were retiring, and it was voted against. I think there was a lack of education at that point of what it was and what it meant. But I guess I've seen it work firsthand in Nelson County. Like I said, Foster County, they developed the plan and adopted the plan probably within about the last 3 or 4 years as well. So Pierce County, I guess the first one that I had ever spoken with was the auditor in Pierce County. I don't recall her name. She talked about how much smoother the offices ran and how much better it worked for the county, and they've done it for about 14 years, I think. So I would encourage you to take a look at that list of counties and maybe talk to them and see how it's worked. Talk with Maddie and see if it's something that the offices would be willing to do.
I did visit with Madison and the office crew, and they are very open to this change.
So would she be auditor and treasurer then? And then
Yep.
the two deputies would just help her out then? That's how it would go?
Yep.
Okay.
That's the thought process on that. is
They would have
division.
their own designated duties, like right now, like Emily does the writing of the commissioner's checks, Bryce receipts, state aid payments. So I'd keep them doing that, but Emily will be going on maternity leave, so we will have to also learn those duties
Yeah.
as well. So Bryce will take those over for a little while and I will, but after that, they'll have their own designated duties, but everyone will know how to do everything within the office.
So if Bryce is gone a day or you're gone a
Yes.
day, each other person can help each other out, which will be nice.
Yes.
I knew this was coming up and in the plan. So I did a little checking to see but my understanding is that it's got to go to the county vote. And the problem there is it wasn't on June ballot or anything. So
You're wrong about that, Lauren. There's two ways to do it. The county, like I said,
they still have to go to the county
no,
vote.
it doesn't. No.
They can petition and
Right. Right.
And,
If they don't, basically you're saying if they don't want to do it, they can petition, correct?
Right, so it does not have to go in front of, it does not have to be a referendum. The commission can vote on a preliminary plan, have the hearings, and if people come in and have a problem with it, then maybe don't adopt it.
well, you know, and I know that, to get people to come in and go against something that we decide, that you're not gonna get 10% of the people to come in
But
here to
They
to
have,
us.
the public has two opportunities to do something, Lauren. They have the time, they have the opportunity to come into the public hearings, and if the county goes ahead and adopts it, they have the opportunity to petition to vote against it. So
Well,
they have
but-
two different opportunities
Yeah,
to do
but-
something.
It isn't the same. It'll never be the same. What, if we go ahead with it and just do it, you're never gonna have enough people they're too busy and they just aren't gonna take the time to do it. And you know that, and I know that. If it gets rammed through here, it's pretty much
I
gonna
guess in my
happen.
opinion of that situation, then if you don't take the time to either pay attention to what's going on or to vote,
Well, isn't it
you
much
lose that.
better isn't it much better to put it out to the public to see what they want?
but they have that opportunity. It can
With
be,
the public
But it's
hearing.
a negative one. It's afterwards. If we
they have
even
the
if-
opportunity to come to the public hearings too, Lauren. My advice is to make this as absolutely transparent as possible. If you need 15 public hearings, do it.
Right.
Basically, you're
question-
saying
oh.
for us to fully adopt it, we have to have hearings first. correct?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
The
We
law,
have to,
the law
uh,
requires it,
Yeah.
but I think that being good stewards of and being good commissioners. Yeah, I mean, it is a big move for the county. It's a big deal.
Yep.
So we need to be as transparent as possible and listen to any input that you get.
We need to make first
Quick.
we need to make a motion to go forward with it to have the public hearings that we'd be interested in.
Quick question for Jamie. What did happen in Foster and Nelson County? Did it go to the people, the commission?
No one opposed it.
So the commission did it then?
The commission did it. And Nelson County actually went a step further. Nelson County has the auditor, treasurer position, and the clerk of court, recorder position. They're now appointed.
that's
So
right.
they went a step further and did that. And there were two gentlemen that came in and opposed that at the hearings. And I actually think, in my opinion, appointed positions are better. So we had discussions with them, and I think they understood the position of the commission afterwards. But I guess in my personal opinion is appointed positions are better as well. But I mean, it's up to you guys as a commission to decide what to do, but just so you know that the public does have the opportunity to come to the hearings, and they do have the opportunity and to petition to vote on it. Or you could do, I mean, either way is possible, or it can be a referendum. And it could be put on the ballot for November.
Well, I got one question on that. So instead of Maddie and Sam's previous position, that wouldn't be voted on, it would be a appointed position from there on.
No, it would be, you could do two different ways. It could be an appointed position, or it could be an elected position. As it stands right now, they're both elected positions, so they would be an elected position.
My first proposal was initially to just leave it elected for now and just do the merge part. And then if in the future, I mean, if you guys were, unless you guys are interested
Right,
and do it all at
Either
once.
way, I mean,
And that, I guess the only thing I was trying to share is what Nelson County did. My experience in Nelson County was it just happened to be that the auditor left and she moved and the treasurer retired. So they went for the whole prize was to have an auditor treasurer's office and then make it appointed. Since the stars kind of aligned in that situation, they moved forward in that direction. I guess probably taking it one step at a time is probably the best and not overwhelm people. And it's up to you guys. Maybe you want to have it on the ballot. But just so you know that it is, people have the opportunity to come into the public hearings and make a comment or talk to you guys in the street. And I recommend that people do that. And I recommend that you listen to what the people have to say. And maybe they don't want this. But they also do have the opportunity to petition. So it's a referendum on the ballot as well.
Do you think maybe we could do a public hearing and get opinion, put it on the ballot or not?
I think we need to,
I mean, is that?
I think we need to make a
dumb idea or
motion
not?
to
We won't
move
have
forward.
time.
Yeah, I
Do
think,
the-
I don't think you'd have time for that.
I think we need to do a
If
motion.
we,
Go ahead, Rod.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rod.
if we made a motion to move on and then the people and it wouldn't be.
Lost him.
You're cutting out there, Rod, sorry.
Oops.
If you want my opinion, I think we ought to put a referendum up for the people to vote on it. It's a people's choice, more so than just sitting here. So
Where's Rod go? I think what
Rod?
his question was, I shouldn't assume, but if we made the motion today to move forward, does it mean that it's gonna happen for sure? We're gonna
No.
merge the offices?
Could
The
you-
answer- Here you go.
Go ahead, Rod.
Go ahead, Rod.
Yeah, I don't know if you could hear me or not, but I was just saying that we're just.
We're going good today. We're going great.
so no, what this is a preliminary resolution to really to explore it.
Overall to what they want, the public. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you guys make the action to move forward today, we're not all of a sudden the offices aren't combining. It's to set the hearings or to pick dates for the hearings.
To visit the public.
And
Okay.
visit with the public and inform the public of what's going on. And if you hear from the public that they don't want to do this or that they think it should be on the ballot, then we'll put it on the ballot.
Correct.
It's a big change for the county. And I think that we need to be as transparent as possible. That's 100% the goal.
And this is a good way for the county to save money though, too, right?
Oh, it's
Right.
I mean, it eliminates
it could be.
it eliminates a position and it would eliminate benefits from a position.
I got a question then. If we're gonna eliminate a position, do we actually need two each in each office now? I mean, maybe we're just wasting money by having two people in the offices right now.
I think if the positions are merged, you will need,
You need those
you
people.
need the other two people
Yes.
just to ensure more. of
No,
this
I'm talking
accountability.
I'm talking about last month. Did we need two people in each office or were we just,
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out now, and by merging that position, that'll kind of help figure that out.
Right.
To me, that's what it sounds like.
well,
I mean, that's kind of what they're looking for, into and saying, okay, this is what these counties have done. They've merged and this has worked. Maybe we should look into the same thing.
Mhm.
So that,
well,
we got two people in each office, which there's nothing wrong with that, but if there's a way we can save money, merge the positions together and not have any issues.
Yeah, it's like
That's basically what you're saying, correct?
right now is the prime opportunity to investigate.
Yeah.
Let's review it. Let's see what, is it possible? Can we do it? Is it a good deal? Not saying that the way we were doing before is wrong by any means. It's just saying that now, since we have 15 other counties have merged their positions together and are running successfully, could we? I mean, and technology is now it's 2026. All the books are now online.
And now that we're not firing anybody to do this.
No.
We had somebody
Right.
resign, so it's an opportunity
right
to
now.
do it.
Yep. Yep.
I'm still against these. I would, if we go ahead with it, I would rather that we put the terminology the way we're talking. Here it's stated almost that we're planning it.
Well, and
In a
that's what it is. I mean, so this is the documents that the law requires us to have. So there's two different ways to do this. And One of them is by resolution of the county commissioners, subject to the right of referendum in the county electors. The second one is by initiative of county electors. So that means that 10% of the people have to sign a petition to do it. And that's not done by the commission, it's done by the electors. So this is the way for the commission to move forward. And like I said, if people if people come and if they grab you on the street and say, Lauren, I think you guys are idiots, don't do this. That's something that we have to listen to. And maybe it won't make it past this preliminary resolution because people are gonna come up and with pitchforks and say, no, absolutely don't do this because we don't want it or we think it's stupid. And if you don't hear anything, they still have the ability to have it referred by ballot too. So the public actually has two opportunities to be heard by you guys. One, in coming to the hearings or grabbing you guys in the street or calling you and saying, don't do this. Then the second one, they can still if you go forward with it and no one says anything, they can still vote on it. They still can petition and vote on it.
Well,
So it gives-
that's all I'm saying. I think that we ought to do that, and I think we ought to put it on the ballot right away.
But we can't. So the board can't. The second way is by initiative of county electors. So you guys can't do it. Someone has to circulate a petition to do it.
Okay. There's no time, of course, for the November, right?
Well, yeah, it could be done by the November, but that would require
somebody, not us, but
someone else to go
Correct.
circulate a petition, right? You guys can't.
To start the process.
To start the process.
And otherwise, if we didn't do anything, it would remain the same.
Right.
Then you'd end up filling the auditor position.
Right. So this is, I mean, this by no means is saying we're going to go ahead and do this, screw everybody's thoughts. This really is the beginning of the discussion to do it.
Correct.
And I hope all 2,000 citizens of the county come and say something, whether it's, yeah, go ahead and do this, guys, or don't do it. I mean,
that's my opinion too.
That's my desire is that people participate. I know that's not going to happen.
Well, that's same. I know that too.
But with that said, if no one comments and you guys decide to go through with it, if someone is upset enough to change it back, they can petition and they can do it.
Well, the voters did elect you guys to make these sorts of decisions too.
Yeah.
Any other
You know,
discussion?
the one thing I'll add is that, we talked about the counties around that have done it, that have merged, and that is true. But the one thing that we know is that you look at anything, I don't care if it's the road department, the power companies, the telephone, everybody is streamlining. They're merging. There's less and less positions, just due to technology and stuff. And, it's just less and less all the time. Things are outsourced to different to different companies. And, it's just what's going on. And I think we have an opportunity here to save the county money by joining a position. So I think that we should move forward with it and just get the ball rolling and get started and then listen to the county, to what they say, to what the citizens say.
So I also encourage everyone here to speak with the auditors in these counties that have done it, especially the ones that have done it recently. Call Foster County and call Nelson County up. See if there's any complaints. Talk to the citizens of the counties and see if there's any complaints. They're neighboring counties. I know you guys all know someone that lives in Foster County and Nelson County.
True.
So I mean, do your due diligence as well. Maybe you'll come back and say, man, this is the best thing since sliced bread, or say, no, I'm not going to vote against this or vote for this because it's stupid. This gives us a lot of time to figure this out and get some comments from people and for you guys to do your due diligence as well.
Yeah.
I guess, is there any concerns from the staff that you couldn't cover the duties you need to?
Madison, do you guys?
No.
I have one concern. I want Bryce to keep doing the books.
Yes, Bryce would keep the road
Yes.
department.
Yep.
Oh,
He
you're gonna
does
be
it.
gone anyways.
That'll make smooth transition. to
I
the
know,
next guy.
I know.
He does a great job. Yeah.
Yeah,
Bryce
he
is-
does.
Oh, you're
Excellent.
All right, so
Yeah.
did we want a motion to move ahead so we can start working on this, get public,
I'll make the motion to move ahead that we go forward and to listen to the public on this and
okay. So would that be, how would we word that, Jamie? The preliminary?
It's the
resolution?
preliminary resolution, right?
Okay, so Rod made a motion to accept the preliminary resolution to combine the offices of the Griggs County Auditor and the Griggs County Treasurer. Can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Josh. Any discussion?
This is just to start on it. This is not to actually do it.
Correct. Yep, that's a
Correct.
preliminary. There, the other sheet.
I just want to
is-
make sure so everybody that's listening to this know that, no, we're not actually doing it yet. We're just looking
It's
in.
pretty well specified in what you're trying to do here on the paperwork.
On the preliminary.
Yeah.
It's not just, it doesn't say just a discussion.
And if it does go through, there's the final
It's
one.
a
so-
resolution, and it's what you seconded.
Okay, any other discussion?
So I can further explain that. So the preliminary resolution is to set the hearings, to set this, it sets it in motion. It sets the plan in motion, but you have to vote on the final resolution. Like I said, if you have public hearings and people come up to you and say, don't do it, it
You don't
might
have to.
you might just forget it. Then that's fine. I think that we do need to set dates for public hearings, and I think at least 2 dates are appropriate, and maybe 4 dates, maybe more than that. But I think that you want to set them in the morning and at the evening, and during in the evening, at least 2 of them during those separate times, so people can come in and comment. Open up your email address for comments, whatever. But I really do think that we need to be as transparent as possible and let people know what this is and what the plan is. I can email you all the plans, so you have the plans on your phones, and so you have them and can give them to people and show them to people. Yeah, it's a big deal for the county. So I hope that people do participate and hope that people comment, because they should. But if it's something that you received a bunch of comments from the people not to do, don't do it.
I just, making another comment that in the counties that they've did it, they've had to hire an extra person a lot of times in some of the counties in order to cover the.
Which ones? What counties?
I haven't seen one. Nelson County went from 4 to 3. Pierce County went from either 5 or 4 down to 3. I believe Foster County went down. So I know of at least 3 counties that they've actually had fewer people.
Right. Any other discussion? We'll do roll call vote. Rod? One more time, just so we can clear.
Aye.
Okay, Scott?
Aye.
Josh?
Aye.
Lauren?
Hey,
Stephanie votes aye, motion carried. So next, we'll need to set a couple meeting dates for the public.
You want to do it at night, then is that the best, Jamie?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think, yeah, we have
7
people
o'clock.
that are working 7 or 8 o'clock at night, I
Yeah,
think, probably
that's
8
fine.
o'clock at night
Okay.
during the summer.
Yeah.
And we have to have at least 2. I suggest even more. So people are busy during the summer. People have vacations.
Maybe 2 mornings and 2.
Two mornings and 2 evenings. We have, I mean, probably just set the hearings for the normal commission meeting mornings for 2 times and 2 times in the evenings.
Okay.
For people. That way everybody is able to at least have an opportunity to say what they think.
My question on that is, are we going to allot a certain time for this meeting when it's in the morning during the commission meeting?
I would say, yeah, just set the hearing. We could set the hearing a half an hour earlier before the meeting. Do it
Yeah,
at
that'll
9
work.
o'clock.
Okay,
Yep.
I mean, and here's the deal, if discussion isn't completed in that half hour time, we can always have another 9 o'clock meeting during the next one so they can continue discussion. Okay. And 2 evening meetings, do we want to just set them later and
Reset them the night of following after the meeting?
the same night of the meetings?
Yeah. Or doesn't it really work best for everyone?
Yeah, I mean, I think that would work. Or
That would be the 20th and the 10th, August 10th? Or we want to do them sooner than that?
We-
For sure, we'll do August or July 20th.
Can we do them both in the same week, or is that not really the best?
Yeah, you can.
you could. I mean, that probably would work the best. Is
I
set
just
them
want to
close
give
to each
people a
other.
chance, you know what I mean? So I'm not sure. So, I mean, if we could do both in the same week, like a Tuesday and a Thursday night, I mean, that's, or is that not right?
What night do kids have activities now? So during the week.
And if you go into August, it's Wednesdays are clear. Otherwise,
Yep.
it's during the summer, it's pretty open.
Yep.
I just know the whole entire week from the 20th to the 24th, I am gone at conferences in Walker. I mean, I can join by Zoom by any means, but I would like to be in person.
I think you should be here since it's.
Yeah. I will be here the 20th for the commissioner meeting in the morning. But should we'll throw some dates together and we can email dates out
Yeah.
to figure what dates.
Because we still got to give a full 2 weeks in advance, correct?
Yeah, I think, yeah, because it needs to be published.
Yeah.
For 2 consecutive weeks, so.
Could we put it on the website and everything too?
Yeah, Facebook website, I mean, I think.
Paper.
Yeah, it has to be in the paper.
Get it in for a couple weeks and then.
For sure, July 20th,
Okay.
9 a.m.
And we should actually have those other dates in there too, because they should be published.
Okay, all
They need
4 of
to
the
be
dates be in
published,
there?
yeah.
Okay, well, we can figure them out right now if you want to. Do you want to do the next one, August 10th? Do you think that's too far out, or do you think, I mean, that's,
Well, we have to have 2 weeks, so maybe the morning one on August 10th. Maybe we do another one in the last week of July,
okay,
the evening one the last week in July, and maybe another evening one on August 10th.
okay. So the last week in July, what do you guys, anybody look at your schedules? Do you guys have a schedule at all?
My schedule's always up.
Do you want to stick with Mondays just because it's consistent?
Yeah, that works.
Okay,
Do like at 7 PM, or does that work?
we can do a 7 PM.
Because that way it gives, like, if people work till 6 or whatever else, give them a chance.
Okay.
Depends on what people's, like, and then too, with me, with my schedule, it makes it a little easier because it gives me time to get off work or whatever, especially if I have a last minute service call, so.
Okay, so the morning meetings will be July 20th at 9 a.m., August 10th at 9 a.m. before the commissioner meetings. And then the evening meetings will be July 27th, which is a Monday, at 7 p.m. And then again, August 10th at 7 p.m., which is the day of the commissioner meeting.
Can you do the 20th with it not having it paper till?
Yeah, it still will be 2 weeks. As long as the notice gets to the paper today, it'll be in this week's paper, it'll be in the following week's paper.
Okay, they're not like finishing.
We publish on Tuesdays.
It'll be published once each week for 2 consecutive weeks. So it would be the 2 consecutive weeks that's published. Since the notices only come out once a week. So that would work.
Yeah, well, since you're doing it twice at commission meetings and twice in the evening ones at all. 3 of the 4 would be after the.
And then, like I said, we're gonna put on the Facebook page.
Sure. Yeah,
The
well,
website.
yeah, you're definitely meeting, just that first meeting, you're technically in the paper 2 weeks.
Right, but it's published for those 2 consecutive weeks.
Right, yeah, and if it's a regular meeting time, then.
So the resolution has to go in the paper. And the preliminary plan needs to go in to the paper as well. Or the proposed plan, I should say.
And the public meetings will be here in the meeting room. Okay,
Unless. a
Get too
lot-
many people.
Unless too many people, then we can move to the
Courthouse,
courtroom. can't we?
courtroom, yeah.
sounds good. Should we just, do you want to, we'll initially start it here, and if we need to move over, we'll move over at the time. Okay, that works perfectly for me. I'm putting it in my phone right now.
There's no, question for you on Jamie, there's no like court on those dates or nothing like that, that's gonna screw everything up. I just don't
in the
want,
evenings, no, I don't think so.
well, but like during the mornings, like if a lot of people show up in the mornings,
No, there shouldn't be.
okay. I don't want it to screw you guys.
Well,
So,
I missed the dates. What
Do you
dates?
need
the 10th and
to open up any doors on them 2 night meetings, or could you guys have access to
the 20th and the 10th. I
We
believe
might
was
need
the
someone
We
to
would-
open it
I
up.
think we would just
Yeah,
be able
we're-
to ask
we're good.
Travis too.
Well, I can come and open.
Cause I don't wanna
Or
fill
we can have
this
someone
and then
else
have to move to the court
Yeah,
and then
no, we're
you
good.
guys are in court.
Be the
You know
doorman.
date?
Be our doorman.
You could
yeah.
be the doorman. Cause I think our door access is limited to,
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
know. what
during
you guys
big- during
do
the business
badges
time.
up and what.
yeah. Yeah, commissioners can't come in and,
No, well, it did,
11 o'clock at night.
it did work. I had those guys come Saturday morning and I'd open up.
Oh, yeah.
fronts. it didn't work for me.
for sure, okay.
Yeah, that
For
was
sure
Saturday
they-
morning for those guys.
We
open
can
up.
access the doors, we just can't access like the
office.
secure.
Curious, yeah.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
the
that's
the
right.
courtroom.
Courtroom and.
I don't know
sheriff's
about
quarters.
maintenance room, depends on how Travis has it set up, and then like the evidence room and all, we cannot access any of
Okay.
it.
I can't even get in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only one that can get in there is the sheriff
Mhm.
and the deputies.
Okay. We have dates set for the preliminaries been motioned. Is there any other discussion on this?
And just one thing in the plan that I said, I gave to you guys, I missed that. It stated the position under number 5. It stated the position of county auditor shall remain an appointed position. It should be elected position. I
Okay.
missed changing that in the plan, so just to let you know that
Okay,
it'll be changed for the publication.
okay.
When they switch from elected to appointed, did they have to do home rule charter for that change or?
No, that can be done by the commission, and it's subject to the same public hearings and subject to the referendum, I believe.
So that's maybe one thing we can ask them during the public hearings, then if they want to keep it elected or keep it.
Oh, absolutely.
No, I hear pros and cons about being elected versus being appointed. You know, it's, the pro is if a person is elected into the position and they're not a good fit for the position, the only way to remove that person is to either petition or try to find somebody to run against them, or, you know, it's really hard. And when you're in an elected position, you don't have hours. You can come and go as you please, and the commission can't tell anybody, nobody can tell anybody when an elected person can be in the office. In case you have somebody who is not, you know. But
So when we, I mean, the accountability of a person that's appointed to the taxpayers is much quicker when they're appointed, because if there's a complaint about someone's actions, that person can contact a commissioner or they can come to a commission meeting, and it should be addressed relatively quickly. Whereas the petition process for a recall could take 6 months, and or if they don't do a recall and they wait until it's the opportunity to vote again when their term is up, it could take up to 4 years. So it's way quicker. The accountability of the appointed position to the commission and to the taxpayers is way quicker than it would be if it was elected.
mhm. Okay, any other discussion?
That position doesn't have to campaign, which is nice.
Well, and so, everybody laughs about, well, like it could never happen that people could elect someone that's not wanted in a position. And it actually, there was someone that was elected for the Cooperstown City Council that was a joke, and he got in. So I mean, it was an actual literal joke. People just wrote the guy in and he made it. So you can't even make that argument in Griggs County that someone that is a joke wouldn't be elected to a position because it actually did happen here.
Mhm. Okay, any other discussion? All right, we're gonna move on. Next on the,
That's kind of like saying that the people don't know what they're doing.
Well, if they recognize the name, they vote for him.
I mean, if we think that our county people haven't got enough sense to elect somebody. Like, many people like me running it.
Well, it just
I know it could happen.
I mean, it just happened in that situation, and probably enough people talked about it, or there was enough jokes around it that they did it, and it actually happened. So
Out of spite.
okay, 2027 budget. I did a quick review on that. There's some items in there that need to be changed. For example, now we have to update the salary for the DES position and go 85, 10 and 5%, divvy up the salaries and correct them in there. My question to you guys, have you guys looked at it all?
What's that?
The budget. Have you took a look at the budget?
No.
No.
I see not all the salaries are in here, which is fine. Because I'm going to run that salary survey. My question is, we do go from 1.68 to, oh, Stephanie, where is that other info? Our budget cap, our budget last year was 1.654743. That was our cap. This year, the budget cap now is 1.726287. That's 1 million, by the way. And so we have to work within that budget. I do know some of the items that we did discuss before, as far as did we want to put certain monies away this long time? What are some for sure things we want to do in there?
I'd still like to see more money in that maintenance account for
Okay.
future quarters. But I also understand that if we have to hold that to make a budget, it is understandable.
Okay,
I would just at least like to see a little in there added to it. So that way, when we do come up with if we do have a major financial crisis with the courthouse, which is gonna come up,
Mhm.
we have money planned for it.
We put 30 grand into it last year.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's like 32 or something like that, but, I'm not saying that we have to put that much in,
No,
but it would be nice to put something in there.
to keep contributing to the building depreciation account.
Like I said, when we got stuff getting aged and everything else, it's stuff starts going out left and right. We gotta have the money for it. Otherwise,
that's what caused this whole situation with the new courthouse in the
Yeah.
first place, because there wasn't money put in the old
courthouse.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to be back to square one again.
Yep.
What about, you gonna have the different department heads come in then again?
A what?
Have the department heads come in again?
Yes, I would like the department heads to come discuss their budget
Yes.
with us again.
We got one right here.
I have court at 11:30, so I'll have to step away.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
thanks-
you
thanks,
for
Jamie.
all the information, Jamie.
Yeah.
And
know-
since with this current change now that we're gonna look at combining the two offices, since we don't know how it's going to be, I'm going to leave
Leave it as it is.
as is. Also, the thought in there is if a new person is elected into that position, it doesn't go through. Let's say it doesn't go through and a person needs to be elected in there, they're not gonna come in at the same salary as where it was. They're gonna come at a lower salary because we can't have the person start with,
Mhm.
being paid as being there for 12 years.
We should still budget for at least a decent salary.
Yes, I'll keep that budget in there because you can never go down, you can never go higher, but you can always go down.
Yeah.
So I'll keep it to where it is. And then in the end, if we need to adjust things, we can take those funds and move it somewhere else into a different area. Perfect.
Cause we can do a special deal to reallocate funds if we have to. correct?
Yep. Yes. Yeah,
I'm not saying that we're gonna do that or we have to do that. I'm just, it's nice, let's put the money in the budget. In case that position stays the same, yes.
okay, I'm gonna keep it at the same higher amount also,
That's fine.
That's fine.
rather than if it doesn't go through me, hire somebody at a lower rate. And then so we'll also keep the insurance,
Yeah.
the benefits also that high. Okay,
All the main necessities, keep them the same.
yes. And then
How about you? You don't have a whole lot of changes on yours, do you? Or is everything pretty good?
Well, when we get to it, there is some money that was appropriated for this year that, but I'm gonna ask for the budget to be what's the word, amended and move that money to next year. It's that 1504, I think it is, House bill. 540,000, 545,000.
okay,
That'll be moved forward to next year instead of this year.
That's money you'll be getting?
That's, we'll be using that, no, we have that.
Okay.
That's money we'll be using on the removal project.
Okay.
oh, yes,
And the rest of it will be made up with special revenue funds.
Yeah.
Or special loan funds, yeah.
oh, absolutely. Yeah, I need to fix, underneath the state's attorney secretary, I need to fix that. To show 10% of the salary going to there. And then, I'm also going to look and trying to pay the commissioners more.
We'll see. Let's figure out, I
Yeah.
say let's figure out all the basics and go from there. That's that.
I think you have to move money into the weed board now too. Being they created a new weed board. So we gotta take money from the old and then transfer it to the weed board.
Um,
So you gotta include that in your budget.
yep, we always have weed board, has always been in the budget.
Yeah, but it's a new weed board. It isn't the old one, so we gotta transfer that money. The auditor's gotta transfer that money from the county into the weed board.
It always has been.
No. It's the old weed board that was run by the county. The new weed board is a separate entity that needs, so we gotta transfer that money from the county to the weed board.
It's the county's still ahead of it. The commissioner's still.
No, we're not. It's a weed board.
Oh, here we go again.
Okay, no.
I think it's the same budget.
I
though.
think it's the same budget.
It is, but it's gotta be
sheet.
transferred.
Are you talking about out of a checking account transferred?
Well, in the audit, we gotta transfer it from the audit to the weed board, just like the water board. They have their own treasurer and they have their own funds.
Yep.
The weed board now has got its funds to pay its
Yep.
expenses.
Yep, it always has. It's always had its own sheet that says
We had,
weed
but we got
board.
two weed boards now. We got the old one and we got the new one.
No, it's still the same.
No, it's not the same.
Still the same. On paper, it's still the same.
Cause it still comes out of the same pocket.
It still comes with the same pocket. Nothing has changed on it except for the who is going to be running it.
And it's a weed board.
Yep,
It's a separate entity,
it always has been a separate entity.
but it was underneath the county commission at that time. Now it's separate.
No,
Yes, it is. And whether you like it or not, it is. It's a separate entity run by the weed board.
But it's
And you
still,
have
it's,
5 different
Hey,
it
people.
still
on it.
gets.
I will let
levied
you
through the
know that
county.
when the county commissioners when the weed board had its meeting, we were no longer county commissioners. We were
Weed.
weed board commissioners. Okay,
Right.
so what happened is that they replaced the weed board commissioners with different commissioners.
That's right.
But it hasn't changed as far as the entity goes. It's still the weed board. It's still the same page
It's
in
it's
the
a different
budget.
entity, though. It's not the old weed board, it's a new weed board.
So it's still, well, 2 members are still the same. That's on the weed board.
Well,
2 of the 5 members are still the same, and it still comes out of the exact same budget of the weed board. That has always been there. That is page,
'Cause we
in-
still levy for it, but.
Yep.
We just maybe have to put in a different account, correct?
yeah, that's
We
right.
don't need to move it into a different checking account.
don't?
No, it's all the funds are in the same account. It's just where you allocate it on the expenses. So, dang it, what page is weed
Well,
board now?
I don't,
Okay.
the water board has its own fund.
Yep, and it's on,
And the
and
weed
they have
board-
their own page in here too, in the
And the weed
budget.
board should have its own fund.
Yep,
It
it
is.
does.
It's in there.
They do. Yep, they do. It is special roads permits. I think it's,
I know enough about bookkeeping to know that you gotta separate it from one from the other.
it still has been, always has been separated.
C29.
Is it C29?
Yep.
Oh, I'm,
C29 and C29A. That's
okay,
the
so
expense.
C29, so currently on the weed board. Oh, Stephanie, you can't go fast enough. Okay, weed board, C29. So in the 2026 budget, the weed board had the expense of,
$12,000.
it was 12,725.76. Still under weed boards, weed control is called. It is still gonna stay the same underneath here, except for, of course, she didn't move any numbers over for the 2027 request, so I'll put the numbers in there for the 2027 request. But I'm only gonna get that information from the weed board. You're gonna give that to me, I will plug it in this, or actually to Maddie. Maddie will plug the numbers in. And then we'll go from there, like what you think the salary should be, what you think, you know, for 2027. Then the commission during the budget time will review it and approve it, kind of like we do with the water board and the library and
That's
the,
right. That's the way it's
everybody
supposed
else.
to be.
Yep,
That's
yep,
what we've been doing.
that's what we have been doing.
Mhm.
But every year since the weed officer put in the numbers before and we just rolled with it, you know, but. Okay. And then for sure, how much do you want to put away for the sheriff's vehicle? You've been putting so much away. I was gonna have that be put in there
We've been
too.
budgeting 35 a year.
I thought it was 20 or 35, something on
It
there.
was,
I thought we bumped it up to,
20 or 30,000, something on there.
oh, maybe it was 25.
Speaking of that, what's the latest on the sheriff's vehicle on the Durango? Did we sell it? Whatever happened there?
I don't
Have
know.
we got any
Any
bids?
guys?
I keep
Any
asking,
bids?
but-
I think it's still
No,
out there.
that never got put in for 2 weeks the first time, and it has to be put in for 2 weeks, so I don't know if they relisted it, or does it not have to be put in again?
No,
for 2
I
weeks? 'Cause
think
it's supposed
it's
to be 2 consecutive weeks.
because I think since we changed it and lifted the thing, we gotta have it for a full.
Well, 2 weeks after they switched, there was no minimum.
That's right.
Oh, so now we just have to do you
So
mind,
it should have
Yeah,
been,
I can repost
do you
it.
mind redoing that?
Yes.
Yeah,
You're
that's
the
fine.
best.
Okay. Just point, I guess, that's all.
Cause they said we can lift the cap, but if it's too low, we can still turn
You
it.
rejected it, correct. Yeah, somebody can't come about it for $1,000. That's not gonna work. Nice try.
So did the weed board give us the requested, or not the weed board, did the senior center give us requested dollar amount? I don't see anything in 27.
I haven't heard anything on that one yet.
And I don't see, you know, and I don't see anything for the
It-
fair board. I don't see a 27 request either. And then I don't think we got all the numbers from everybody.
I'll
This-
find out on the.
Yeah, the
February
senior,
meeting,
Okay,
I'll ask them.
the senior center,
Does this rodeo kind of screw things up or not too bad?
yeah.
I think we'll be good. I think it'll
Did
work.
you put yours in?
Well, it was at the last minute here last week.
If not, Maddie can add it in or I can help add it in.
well, okay.
What page is the road department again? That's up
You
front,
did your
isn't it?
raises on.
Or you're in the
Yeah.
very bottom, right?
Put it in the computer.
Okay.
I'll double check. All I know is that there's a lot of work that needs to be done before we really sit down and work on it.
Correct.
And it needs to be completed by, what was our last date?
August 10th or something like that, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness.
So when you got this. Fair.
Before, holy
Next week?
cats. If it needs to be completed by August 10th, we need to run through the whole entire budget. Okay, so here's the next meetings on the 20th. I will get together with Maddie and we'll do the updates as we see, and then we'll present it. And then if we need to have one more meeting after.
Actually, I mean,
We can
like
do
a
it.
special meeting just on the budget. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, if we
Just on the
need to.
budgets. Yes,
Yep.
that's my opinion.
And I do apologize that I wasn't on the ball with this budget. And then
I'll get you an answer.
you'll get me as to what it is,
Yep.
what it's going to be.
And I'll work on the senior
I'll talk to
centers
them
too.
tonight.
And the library gave theirs for 27 requests, so.
Yeah.
And let me see, what page is Wayne on?
C7B. It looks like it's all.
Is it's 27 in there? Okay. And I asked everybody to put in, what they would like their salary, what they would like to see their salary to be. And then I was going to run with the wage matrix scale. I do know it needs to be adjusted. Cause to what 2027 wages will be. And then once I get that undone, I'll present it.
With having a new hire in Wayne's position with years of service, or we give a budget for that?
Yeah.
Yes, next question.
I put in for another employee.
Yeah, you did. That's right. You did do that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think you need another employee. I would like to make that happen if possible. I do. I'm glad you did that. You know, Chad put in for,
Well,
The
somebody,
big-
you gotta get more people in there, but it sounds like the end of next year, the only one that's gonna be is a couple new guys and, what's his name?
Pfeiffer,
Jake.
Jake and Pfeiffer, yeah.
You're gonna be pretty short-handed, or they're gonna be pretty short-handed.
And Rod, yeah, Rod was there.
You be down to two guys.
okay. Are you guys good with us running through that?
Brian, depends on what you do.
Did you? Yeah. Have you figured out the salaries increase in there?
I didn't, not yet.
Okay,
I
that's-
initially had, I
okay.
asked these guys to, I asked the departments
Okay.
to do a salary survey.
Sure.
Because the county does post what all counties,
Cause that's
the
kind of,
association does.
cause that's kind of the, if you gotta figure that out first for everything else, isn't it?
Yes.
Basically, guys, to be honest.
Yep. Yep.
Yes. I asked them to do the salary survey and see, to get about the average, because I don't know where the average needs to be. So if they can find the average of what the other counties are doing and by size and everything, we can go from there. I think so. And last year we were able to give a good substantial leap, but I think we're still under the average of the association, the counties association, their salary survey. I think we're still under. But we'll work on it. It's a slow motion to bring everything back up, and I think we'll bring the county back up. I would like to. In the last couple years I have of this term.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions on the budget?
So hopefully by next meeting, everyone will have all their numbers in place, we can go through it and.
Yeah.
You had some of the department heads in here.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. No pressure, Maddie.
It's all good.
Next on the agenda is the NDCCA Board of Directors. Josh, did you have something else to add you wanted to in the budget? No? Okay,
Like I said, that's, the only thing one of the things I care about is the whole maintenance deal, cause like I said, I don't.
Right.
The lack of maintenance is, we're gonna be just like the old courthouse if we don't take care of it, so. Like I said, see where we're at with our budget, and if we get any leftover like we did last time, be nice to put a little in there.
okay.
That's all I care about. Well, I care about a lot of things, but that's like my personal request.
Okay. Did I say the library had their information in?
Yes.
Yes, you did.
And did the water board have their info in?
I don't know if they did.
I can't click through as fast as you are because I don't have it in my Excel spreadsheet. NDCCA Board of Directors.
What's that?
We received an email. It's in the packet.
Yeah, I saw that.
If anybody is willing to, NDCCA nominating committee will begin its work later this summer. In anticipation, there will be an open director's position in the NDCCA Board of Directors. We are looking for commissioners that are interested in serving. So if you are interested in serving on the board, you need to notify by this email by July 24th. The names of the interested commissioners will be forwarded to the committee. So all the auditors were tasked to let us know.
Well, this is just commissioners they're talking, right? This is the board of commissioners.
Mhm.
When they meet twice a year, whatever, out in Bismarck. Okay.
NDCCA Board of Commissioners. So if you're interested, just let the email address that's on here. Feel free to email Michelle, I think is who it is on here.
Mhm.
Email Michelle and let her know that you're interested in running. I think it'd be fun. I mean, it's neat. And below the email shows everything that you'd be responsible for. They did attach as to,
Types of committees.
yeah, the types of committees that there are. There's the audit committee, the nominating committee, resolution committee, legislative committee. So if you guys are interested in any of those committees, just feel free to write down your name and where you would like to be and send it off to this email. Actually, it's NDCCA president at ndaco.org. I like being on committees. However, I think I feel I'm over committed. I'm on a lot just through work itself. Hey, so next on the agenda. And there's a lot of pages today. Let me look at all my pages. I'm loading. Next on the agenda is the Upper Cheyenne Valley Joint Water Resource Membership. Okay. I am not a wizard at this, but I believe once upon a time we were part of this resource membership. And then I believe we opt out. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, we were part of the resource membership and then we opt out of doing it. And I don't know how much it is. Does it say in the letter? I did not see.
I think Scott has some information on it, don't you?
I think it's $5,000 a year.
I meant about the grants that they can
Yeah, I did
receive.
some checking on it. Yes, and the membership's like $5,000, isn't it? Not
I think it was something like.
a year, something like that. And they pulled out, if you're using it, they took it out.
But they have some money for,
There's different projects, correct?
I see Nelson County got some money for.
Did they?
Some river erosion.
Oh, that's right. They did.
Couple of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I know right now on that one.
Yeah, we've got
Yeah,
like three places that are really bad.
that's true. Yeah, we have to,
snagging logs and whatnot.
yeah, that's basically like rocks in the one corner of
Helps
the
to
point.
be
Yeah.
belong to an association, your
Yeah.
association.
It says here that the membership provides counties greater access to funding partnerships and grant opportunities that often require multi-jurisdictional coordination. Past cost share examples support and sponsors by the US JWRB include the Cheyenne Dam Restoration Assistance, another dam restoration assistance, Sheridan County BRIC grant culvert improvements across the county, basin-wide erosion, state pilot project funding opportunities, partnerships with North Dakota Water Commission, federal funding opportunities such as NRCS, EPA, and USFWS, and then the regional project cost sharing support. So more or less, you put these funds in and you pay for these other opportunities to be the technical expertise in sharing resources. So if we participate in this, we'll be able to share engineering and watershed planning expertise, regional project coordination, watershed level data and assessments,
I
early.
make a motion that we just see what our budget is before we allocate it.
Well, that's what I mean, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So I don't.
Well, I guess my idea,
Just kind of tabled it for today.
correct.
So,
See
I
where our
agree with you,
budget
Lauren.
goes.
okay, I'll write on my budget list, the wish list as
Yep.
to put all the numbers in and if we can, I almost think it was 6,000, not,
It's 5 or
Five.
6, somewhere in that range.
I'm gonna put 6 just to be,
I'm thinking seven, but that's
7?
okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay,
Okay. I'm gonna put on here that,
we'll do some research.
yep. And I don't remember the reasoning why we did. I think it was because they were thinking we weren't getting enough for the cost. We weren't getting enough resources from it.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if it's something we can afford right now.
Yep. Okay. 7,000. I'll put 7 just to be on the safe side. Okay, let's go back to number 1. This is taking a long time, sorry. State emergency communications rate. Oh, we did review that.
Yep.
Wayne,
That's done.
the garrison, Wayne already gave us an update on the pipeline project. Tax director Darcy,
Yeah, what's the latest on that?
she's in the position.
Okay, when's she gonna start? That's,
Wednesday,
oh, Wednesday she is.
yes.
Okay, okay.
Wednesday. I
Okay.
think, is it next? Yeah, Wednesday, the
Do we-
8th.
Do we ever set up with the computers and all that kind of stuff, guys? Or
I think
what?
Travis was gonna do that.
He was,
I
okay,
can ask him though, yeah.
okay. Oh, good deal.
Good. Old courthouse, new courthouse.
Are we able to add, we forgot to talk about those signature cards. I forgot to bring that up.
Oh, under
To get
interim
the-
auditor?
Yeah,
We
to
can,
get
we
the,
can, I can get a motion to add, how do you do
Let's-
that?
Let's wait a minute so we can
till
meet the rest of the guys
come
are
back
here.
Yeah, hang on.
I think, does this 911 have to be signed?
I think so.
Yes.
Yes, just gotta sign that.
Yep, you'll have to
Yeah.
sign that, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You already take that, or the motion was made before.
Yeah.
That one was made.
I have not signed anything for it though.
But she's gotta sign it actually.
Yeah, right,
But that's-
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Madison stated that under the interim auditor, she would like to go back to that one. She forgot to discuss the signature cards. Yes.
So we have to, what we have to do, we have to make,
It would be a motion
Motion
to remove Samantha
Yeah.
from the signature cards,
don't-
and then we just have to go get,
And then we'll make
we'd have to go
a,
get new ones.
don't we have to do something about amendment to the agenda or something like that too, right? Cause that in agenda?
it's under interim auditor.
Oh, it is, okay, it's already there, never mind.
Interim auditor was a big, was
Okay,
to
that's
discuss
fine.
whatever we need to for the interim auditor.
you follow what I'm saying there.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'll make a motion to do that.
Okay.
To,
We're making a motion to
gotcha.
remove Samantha from all the signature cards.
Oh, yeah.
Can I get a second? Second on Josh. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Bar none. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Emotion carried.
Thank you.
And do we need to add somebody to the signature cards then, or are you already on them?
Bryce, Emily and I are already on them. So I
Okay.
think for now, it'll just be removing,
Okay,
and then we'll just go get new ones.
perfect. And then we discussed the tax director, that Darcy is starting Wednesday for her first day. They got her through. I did speak with Linda. I spoke with Darcy and I connected her with Linda so they can schedule their orientation and everything, so.
good deal.
And Travis is going to get her into the system and all of that. And then old courthouse, new courthouse. Chad, wanna come sit down or you wanna yell from there? You can even sit here in the middle if you want to.
Well, I was talking to Dane, we had him come and he sprayed the dandelions. And he asked if we wanted to do a second application. And I said, well, I don't know, and I'll find out, but he said if you're just gonna go to one application, he recommends you do it in the fall.
Correct.
So he said, maybe you guys wanna do a second one this fall and then just be on the fall rotation every year after that. I mean, to stay ahead of him, cause you get a better kill in the fall.
That's
I
right.
mean, he did very good. I mean, that's first one,
How much was it?
150,
Okay.
was it?
I think we'd have to check again next spring to see if, you know, if we need a spring one, we'd probably have to do it too.
Right.
But if we spray this, what I'm asking is if we should spray this fall yet,
Yeah, I mean.
again for this
Yeah.
one, and then go from there, but
Correct.
if we're gonna go just to one, he recommends in the
Yeah.
falls.
But
I
we might have to do two.
I spray my
I
house
mean,
twice a year.
That's,
Phone spray.
it did good. I
You
mean,
check, you figure it out.
Okay,
Perfect.
so do you want me to have him come this fall and do another application?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay, I'll line it up with him when he fits it in this fall. And then, my other question is, I wanna thank you guys for allowing Wayne, his crew did a wonderful job hauling all that sand in. You guys did good.
Yes.
Got it all in there. It's all leveled and everything. But, we might need to pack it. And I was talking to Scott and he was thinking maybe the maintainer with the packer on the back.
I think you'd be better off to try to get the roller from Gilbert's.
But I don't want to go and haul that down here if this isn't gonna work. We don't know. We're just gonna have the maintainer come and pack a little bit by the north gate and then dig it to see if that's the way we gotta go or if it gets too hard. We don't know how it's gonna turn out. Tonight I'll be down there. I would just want to know if that's an option. If I could talk to Gary and see if he wants to bring it down or
Yep.
this evening or like, cause I'll be down there at 4:30. You guys work till 5:30?
5.
Till 5? Okay, but we'll see, and we might only just pack it with the tractor. I don't know. I'm supposed to meet
Whatever.
Ben down there tonight and we'll see what it does.
Letting you know they got one. I mean, I
Yep.
don't know if they'll loan it.
Yeah, no, I can check into that, but I don't wanna go through all that if it's gonna be too much.
The maintainer's right here in town, so,
You
you know,
just to try to get through after this year, it'll be good because it got a winter to settle.
Yeah.
But, no, they did a good job. They hauled the
On this sidewalk out here, you know, when I drive by, it's about a couple inches low.
I'll bring it up. If I ever get, I'm
I've
waiting
just-
for guys to bid me.
No, I know. I
That's it all the time.
just wondering if we could overlay it with 2 inches of cement on
No.
top. Why?
Cause these are square tiles and they're ball busted. I would never.
Well,
Is it a sidewalk needs to be lifted?
Well,
Or is it?
No, no,
no, see, it's square tiles and I would bet
you
you,
either
I'd be
gotta
willing to
dig it
say
out or
half
Oh.
of them are probably
might be
busted.
able to white top it with a couple inches and that would bring it up to kind of the.
No, I know what
Oh,
you're saying.
I
but
just drove by and looked at it.
I would say half of them are busted.
Yeah.
I am waiting for 2 guys, in fact, I talked to, they're supposed to come and tell me if they'll do it. And to give me a number, I need a number before I can apply for grants,
Mm-hmm.
and I have no idea what,
No, no.
the
I
number
know.
is, so-
If we got it,
but-
if we could get a grant, it would be the best.
and that's
I
what I'm
didn't-
hoping for, and then we'll raise the sidewalk up a little bit. And, you know, if we wanna deal with it, we would have the maintainer come and blade that, you know, it sits that high above the curb. Something needs to be done, but that's a big project if you blade all that back, cause then you got seed grass and water it, and,
Well, if
but
you
we can
blade
do it
You
at
gotta
the
haul
time.
that out if you cut it down.
Yeah. I'll just put it on the street. No, we will just come in with
I
the,
don't
we'll just come in with the
I just-
payloader
I
and just do it. if
There
we
would,
do.
there might be a way to white top it and bring that sidewalk up to.
I just don't know if it's firm enough on there to go underneath. the
That's something
overage.
that I don't know. I'm just.
No, I know what you're saying. Cause yeah, it is a couple inches.
We
low.
need to do something and I was just wondering if we got stuck for the county and no grants to do something with it.
Well, I wanna find out if this grant is if we pay for it and we do get the grant, if they reimburse us.
Mhm. A
Well,
lot of
some
them
grants
are.
do that,
Mhm.
but I can't apply for it and, till I know a number.
A lot of grants won't, if you've already done the work, then applied, they won't cover it. You have to wait till the grant is
Well,
approved
that's-
and then do the work and then they'll reimburse you once it's completed.
You know, because we do need to do something. I mean, right now, there's a 5-foot spot that there's nothing, just some
I
dirt.
know, it's terrible.
Now, do you want me to haul some gravel in? Do we dare haul
No.
gravel into that spot? Then you got a loose spot,
No,
so,
I wouldn't do that now.
but that's all.
I wouldn't do that. I would see if we can get something done.
All right, anything else for us?
I haven't heard from Brian on that air conditioner
Okay,
to get them moved yet.
I'm sure he's busy.
yeah, especially right now,
He's supposed to be at my house.
right?
Laura, maybe you just tell me over here.
I'd like to get that done sooner than later, but that's all on him.
It's just that
Supposed to
time of
be
year.
there
That time of year,
Every
gosh.
heating, cooling, et
Guys are busy.
cetera, basically tradesmen alone in general are busy this time of year,
Yeah.
so, we gotta be patient, give them time. And if not, we'll go from there.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I think he'll show up, but
Oh, he will. I understand he's busy.
it's not, yeah.
Uh,
Okay. I do have to, old courthouse, new courthouse, there is one more step that we have to do is we have to go through the old courthouse, take pictures of items and then contact other museums and such to see if they'd be willing or would like to
Okay.
take anything from the courthouse to their museum to display. Because I mean, it is a big, beautiful building. And be on their display. But anything that is loose leaf in the building, we can absolutely take out and dispose and do what we want with. So we can clean it out, gut it all we want. But it's just the building structure itself we cannot touch.
So another thing on the files, you know, there's old files and everything of everything in there. What are we gonna do with all those?
You gotta be.
You don't wanna
saved.
bring them into this building, not.
No.
Well, that's the
No.
thing.
Some of them gotta be saved.
Yep.
So are we gonna have to get
Another
Storage units?
Storage unit?
I don't know.
Probably.
maybe a metal container?
Where would you put the middle container?
That's the thing I
That's the
don't know.
question.
Mm,
Because I don't want to bring them in here, but at the same time, if we have to legally keep them, where do we put them?
right. Oh, that's a good question. Middle container. Does the county have any more open areas on a lots or anything?
Down there.
Anything up for taxes?
Right?
There, yeah.
Well, but we also can't just stick a metal container in the middle of town though.
No, you
but
can
at one time, the city said no more storage containers in town, so I don't know if we can even bring one into town. You'd have to check with the city.
Yeah, but it's on our property down there.
Yeah, but still, they said
Right.
no, they won't let, like on my house before, when I worked there, they said they
but we're
weren't allowing any storage containers being brought in.
Right, because that does,
Not even an industrial part.
Well,
we'd have to ask.
they might have changed it now. I don't know, but at one time they said that.
Maybe residential, no, but if it's a commercial storage.
It'd be nice to at least have a metal container
Well, we
somewhere,
got-
even if we have to pay a
We got
cheap
county
cheap
property
rent.
down there.
That's what I'm talking
You know,
about.
at the highway. I mean, that's our lot.
Still in city limits, so that's what they're getting at though.
No.
Well,
Within city limits.
Flop it down and make them.
I don't have
Try
a
to get rid
problem.
of it.
Turf war.
Oh, Lord.
I want to stay in good graces with the city, create.
You just gotta call up and talk to.
Well,
But that's what I mean. It's, I'm not gonna just go do something that's against their policy. I'd say that's,
Hmm.
that's
But
what
you're gonna have to get something that's 100% mouse proof.
Yeah.
Or we'll have a mess.
Yeah.
Well, I know, probably the containers, but if we had to, we'd probably have to put in another building like we put out here for the lawnmower and stuff too.
Yeah.
For the price of that, you can buy a container though.
Yeah, you could.
I know you can if they, but if they
That's-
won't let
Plus
it,
it's mouse proof.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
the container.
because they gotta be
Then
those.
how big a container do you need?
Well, it depends on how much office.
Yeah.
Things that you'd be filed. I mean, if it's, what did Amberly say, is it a full room full? I mean,
I
I
have
think
no
we have
idea.
to assess it.
I'm not going in that building.
I don't blame you, Lauren.
That, I mean, I'm just saying that we have to figure out something with that because, it's only gonna get worse. And
Right.
two, if we are gonna start clearing stuff out and all that, we have to put it somewhere.
Mhm.
Is there a, if the, is there a way to consider the documents damaged to know, I mean, like,
No,
can it be considered damaged? Like some places like a flood came and all the stuff was
Throw it.
water
You
damaged
can
and you had to
throw it.
dispose of it.
I'm sure if there's,
I don't know.
maybe we have to bring our assessor in for that.
Yeah, because if there's documentation in there that we currently haven't looked at, that's completely damaged beyond being.
could we use prairie dog
able to
money if
read.
we had to for that?
No, that's
No.
all roads,
That's all straight road stuff.
but, okay.
Well, we put it down in the road department. That ought to be, we call it road department.
It's the road department's files, so. No, we
Mo-
get,
Most of it, is it mostly court stuff? Is that what they're after and stuff?
Yeah, I
Courts?
think some of it's
Sheriff-
sheriff.
Sheriff stuff, yeah, that's right.
Stuff.
They gotta keep it forever. Some of
Yeah,
it.
that's-
Yeah,
that's
but
the
what
problem
is
with that.
damaged? You know, I mean, you have no idea what it even looks like.
Well, and all the mold problems.
If
now.
it's full of mold like that, I mean, that's a good question. That's a good research thing is like,
Yeah.
if something's full of mold, when is it deemed,
Amberly said they had to be saved.
when it's deemed unable
Uh,
to?
No, I agree with you. I'm just, yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out.
we have to save it, but she's getting at is if it's beyond saving, is,
Well,
you know, is there a way to properly dispose of it or what?
Yeah,
So, I mean, that's something we're gonna have to look into
Well.
because we,
it's a good question for the state records department to see what is what.
well, I can, sometime I get time toward winter, I can probably go with my camera and take pictures of everything,
That would be amazing.
and put like a file, and put it in the system,
Mhm.
Kelly
Save
is
it
an
up.
amazing, Kelly knows everything about that courthouse.
I know.
She would be the best person to mask up. I mean, we were talking about give her a respirator and bring her with you in there too. Cause she knows the whole history of that building more than anybody I know. I should have her type it up because it is or even video her giving a presentation on that
Tour.
building, because
Sure.
Well,
she is
She loves
great.
to.
We can do
Yeah.
that.
Anyways,
that's about all we need. to
future business,
Discuss that.
Yeah,
future business. Budget.
budget, of course.
Next meeting, we'll have the 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Public meeting.
Laura, you got something?
And I think that's all that I know. I think the sheriff department want to be on there every time.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So she'll just be a staple.
It's a good idea.
Let's try not to pile too much on so I can get that budget hammered out.
Yeah.
Well,
If she doesn't have anything, she doesn't have anything, it's,
You're always on too, right?
Wayne's always on.
Yep.
Like I said, if we have to, we have a special meeting just on the budget,
I don't think it hurts to have all
And I
the
think
heads of the
Garrison is
departments
supposed to
come
stay on
in
too.
and give a
Yes,
report every,
Garrison also.
Yep.
at least once a month.
Yep. Well, that's why they have monthly reports to send us, but
Well, that's fine, but wouldn't hurt for them to walk down the hall and come in.
yeah, I like that idea. That's a good idea. Okay, anything else? All right, guess what I'm looking for.
That'd be a motion to adjourn. That'd be me.
Motion to adjourn by Scott, second by
I'll second it.
Josh. Any discussion, any discussion, any discussion? Bar none, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, same sign. Meeting adjourned. It is 11:55 on the nose. And the next regular meeting will be July 20th at 9:30 a.m. But we have at 9 a.m. special meeting for a public hearing. Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.